I'm Susan Gleaton, a registered dietitian that specializes in digestive disorders and really just anything that has to do with inflammation. And this is Lindsay. She's a client that's in my Better Digestion Blueprint program, and she agreed to share what's happened to her ever since she started this program, because really it's just like the best way to quickly reduce inflammation and then allow your body to heal. So, Lindsay, just tell us just a little bit about yourself and what your life was like before you started this program.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lindsay. I am a mother of a 12-year-old boy, a wife to a husband. Before this program, I was trying every different diet under the rainbow. I tried keto, I tried low food map, I tried low carb, high carb, no carb, the cabbage soup diet. There's every diet I've tried to try to cleanse myself. I tried juicing, and none of that was working. So I did a Facebook search looking for someone to help me with gut health, and that's how I found Susan. I thought I had a healthy diet, but I was still getting bloated. So I would eat chicken and sweet potato or chicken and broccoli, and then I would just feel really bloated afterwards. So I knew that my healthy way of eating wasn't agreeing with me, so I knew it went a little deeper. So I sought you out. I looked you up on Facebook and then looked at your website and saw that that's what you specialized in. We briefly chatted. You sent me to get the test.
Okay, right. And had you gone to any other doctors or tried, anything besides diet prior to that?
I went to a asthma and allergy place first, and they told me I didn't have an allergy because nothing happened to my throat or my airways.
Okay.
I left there literally crying to my husband, telling him that I was denied. They would not test me. Then I went to a GI doctor.
Okay.
And I had an appointment for an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. And that I found that I had H. pylori.
Okay.
I did treatment for that for 2 weeks. I was great for about 72 hours, and then it all came back. I went back to the doctor, retested for H. pylori, and then they said, well, we'll just treat you as having IBS. So I did my research on IBS. I started following a low food map diet. I purchased all these foodie brand or Foddy brand products.
Yeah. I don't know how you say it.
Great. I ate that. I wrote down the serving sizes that I was allowed to eat of like watermelon, 75 grams. And I stuck to it to a T, and I still had a stomach ache. So I went in, I got the blood test. I got my results back relatively quickly. I feel like before I blinked my eyes, they were back. I got this little pamphlet, and it had an easy index card that said like what to stay away from. And I was kind of surprised on the things that were on there because it was my staples. It was what I ate every day. And that kind of made sense because I've had a stomach ache for over a year and a half every day.
Yeah. What are a couple of those foods?
Sweet potato, which I used to buy. I used to buy 5 pounds a week, 5 to 10 pounds a week, and I ate up to 8 ounces a day.
Okay.
Chicken, that was a staple.
Yeah.
Beef, steak was a staple in my house. Pork, I always ate pork.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like kind of everything you're eating. And, sometimes some food sensitivity tests are really just really good food diaries because what they're measuring is IgG, which basically is a way of telling you what you just ate. But the MRT test that you did, it's different because it's measuring a different thing. So in this instance, it was just saying that what you're eating, or not everything you're eating, but some of those things that you're eating all the time, those are causing some type of inflammatory response in you.
We set up a list for the first 10 to 14 days, what I would follow. So I had about 20 to 25 items that I was able to pick. And I just ate those over and over for 2 weeks, which kind of felt daunting, but I knew there was light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
so I grew very accustomed to turkey and salmon.
Mhm.
I ate that every day for 2 weeks, and I would message you and ask you while I was at the grocery store, or text you
Right.
and ask you, oh, is this okay? Or is this okay?
Yeah.
And you were pretty fast, because most of the time you would respond when I was at the grocery store.
So after you started eating that list for 2 weeks, did you notice any change
I
in your,
immediately,
yeah, go ahead.
I immediately noticed a change. Um,
Hmm.
Within 2 weeks, my weight had leveled out. I stopped gaining and losing. I would go up and down about 3 to 4 pounds every 2 days,
Okay,
um,
that's a
just
lot.
depending how severe my bloat was.
So would you say it was hard, easy, both? How
Um,
would you
I was
describe it?
I felt I was pretty motivated, so it did come easy to me. And I
Good.
was used to dieting, because I've been dieting for 18 months, thinking that would correct my
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Um, but I felt it was easy.
Okay.
I always have to prepare, go out into the real world, which is outside of my house, prepared, or
Mhm.
else I would lead to having to eat out. And I can't always tell what someone puts in something.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, it's been a couple of months, I think, or how long's it been since we started? 1 month,
Um,
two?
I'm on week 6. Monday will be week
Okay.
7.
So, month and a half. Yeah. And so, is it getting a little bit easier to
Oh,
eat
yeah.
out? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can
It should be
definitely
by
eat
now.
out. No, I can eat
Yeah.
out. I found restaurants that are very accommodating.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, those things are awesome. And I know you had filled out symptom surveys like before and during and after. I failed to look up those numbers. I don't remember. I just remember you had a big reduction in like the symptom survey numbers, as well as like how, a big reduction in like overall inflammatory feelings that you had and everything. So, anything else you want to say about that? Just
The one thing that did make it easy is, since I do keep a food diary, when I was introducing something new, since I only did one item a day for a couple days and then a new item, but never more than one item on a day, I
yeah,
always knew exactly what item created the inflammation. Like,
right.
I was able
That's
to pinpoint it. It was this at this time,
right.
rather than, oh, I had, this cake and there's like 7 different items. I just kept it very simple.
That's huge. That's really huge. Yeah, yeah. So, would you recommend anybody else do this process that you just went through?
Yeah, I can almost swear by it. Like, I think
Yeah.
that it's just everyone should do it that has a gut issue, because I'll sit there and read blogs and stuff on people who are following a low food map diet and they're still having pains. And I'm like, oh, I know the answer. But, you know,
Right.
sometimes unsolicited advice is not looked at. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? It's surprising because sometimes it is. You would not believe how many people come to me from some Facebook group or like something like that. And so I'm always like curious, what group was that? And
yeah.
something like Simple Ingredients or Instapot or different groups like that. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
that's just really cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, so people actually do listen to that
Hmm.
unsolicited advice. I think they're just so desperate for what will help them because they're trying everything and it's not working and they just need a solution.
Yeah.
So, anything else? I out
The,
of questions for you.
the,
What all do you have?
the other thing I liked about your program, or I like about your program, is your full script, your supplement list.
Yeah.
At first I was apprehensive, and I'm like, no, I already have this stuff. But my husband's like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, you're gonna go all in. So he
Right.
made me purchase everything. He's like, just do it. And I
Hmm.
love everything. Like
Yeah.
the turmeric pills, I keep them in my purse. And then the
Okay.
activated charcoal, I carry that with me just in case. And it kind of, even though I haven't had a flare up in quite some time,
Mhm.
knowing that I have something in my purse that's going to work in case makes me feel
Yeah.
so much more like I can actually plan a vacation where I'm going to be in
Yeah.
a bikini and know I can accidentally eat something and I'll be okay.
Right. That's huge.
Yeah.
That really is huge. Yeah, you don't have to be a prisoner to like your own, you know, digestive stuff going on. If you're interested in this, just get a hold of me somehow. And Lindsay and I, we actually we live fairly close in proximity, but we never did meet actually in person because we can do it virtually so easily. And
Yeah.
so it just works out easier often, you know, for, you know, especially if you have kids or you just have schedules and stuff like that. So because of, you know, virtual appointments, I'm able to see people anywhere in the United States, which is pretty cool. But then it's just really nice when I see somebody close by. So I actually know their community and I know some of the stores, and you know, that's kind of nice. But anyway, well, thanks for sharing. And I guess we will talk later.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.